Hey you guys, it's Teresa and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my April TBR. Oh, it's already April. But without further ado, let's just jump into the video because this is it's a little ambitious for me considering how busy April is going to be and how thick some of these books are. Like, they're thick with two C's, but one of them is a Stephen King book, so it's like thick with a Q-U-E. The first book on this list is City of Thieves by David Benoit. Now this follows a 17-year-old boy named Lev Benoit who is Russian and living during the time of World War II. He steals something and is trapped in a cell with Kolya, another prisoner, and in order to save their lives, actually they were given a chance to not be executed by finding a dozen eggs for the general's daughter's wedding cake. Yes. And if they don't find it, then they die. But if they do, then they should have lived. Now, I've already started reading this book because I have to for a class. But so far, it's pretty interesting. It took me a bit to get into because the beginning part was like really slow and I didn't enjoy the dialogue in it. But now it's getting really interesting in chapter 11. So hopefully I'll have good things to say about this when I am done. The next book on this list is a sequel to a series I just started a couple months ago and I'm really stoked for because everyone says it gets better, Therese, once you finish the first book because the love triangle goes away. But who knows? Who knows? But that is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. Now this follows the first book, which is about Selena Sardothian, who is an assassin who is stuck in the slave camps of Endovier. And she was pulled out to join the king's battle and become the king's champion. And after she serves, I believe, 3 or 5 years as the king's champion, she will be free to live the rest of her life however she so pleases. Now, I had a couple of issues with the first book, so I'll go ahead and leave my review down below. But everyone says it gets so much better with the next couple of books, so I'm really hoping this one does not disappoint. But it's also Sarah J. Maas, and I love her writing, so I don't think it will disappoint. The next book is one that has been on my TBR many a months, and I finally got around to reading it last month, but didn't have time to finish it in March. So here we go. It is Lissy's Story by Stephen King. Now this follows Lissy Landon, whose husband Scott has been dead for 2 years, and she is just kind of dealing with the aftermath and the secrets he kept and how that kind of affected their marriage. Now I read some reviews on this as I started reading because it's not my form of Stephen King book. I will give it that. It is not the kind of Stephen King that I would prefer to read. Everyone's saying it's like a love story with a horror twist, which I don't know how you can do that, but I'm not that far into it. I'm probably a quarter of the way through. Maybe. Not even. I'm going to say roughly a quarter of the way through to make myself feel better. But it's just really slow and I'm not seeing any pickup with the horror aspect of it. So hopefully it gets better and I'll be able to read through it in April and not waste any, I don't want to say waste, but not be stuck on this book while I have this rather ambitious TBR, because all these books are thick. The next book on this list is another sequel, or yeah, I must say it's a sequel. It's a sequel to another series I started a couple of months ago, and that is Cress by Marissa Meyer. Now for those of you who don't know, the first book, Cinder, follows a girl named Cinder. Yes, Cinder. I'm very tired. It follows a girl named Cinder who is a cyborg, and there's a big plot involving lunar people who can mess with our heads with a bunch of radio frequencies, and it's just weird, but it's really interesting. Now, all of these books have a fairy tale retelling. So Cinder follows Cinderella, Scarlet follows Red Riding Hood, and Cress follows Rapunzel. And currently, apparently Rapunzel is stuck in a satellite. So I don't know how they're going to get her down from that tower. But we will find out. Last book on this TBR is one I'm super excited for. It came out in March. It's a really big hit everywhere and everyone's saying such good things about it. It's going to be a movie and I'm going to keep raving on until I actually pull up the book and show you guys. But that is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. Now, for those of you guys who haven't heard of this book, this follows Zele, who is a magi, and this is a West African fantasy, so there's a bunch of people who have started killing off the magis, and she is one of the last ones there. Now, I don't want to know too much about this book going into it, so no one say anything in the comments. Yeah, I'm talking to you. But everyone's been saying such good things about this book and loving loving it so much that I'm just really excited to get into it. And I really hope I can get to it in April. But who knows? I'm just hoping I can get to it in April. But that is it for my April TBR. If any of these books have piqued your interest and you guys want me to do a review on them, leave them below and I'll go ahead and get to that soon. All of my social media links are down below. I upload every Wednesday and Saturday, unless something has pushed it back, then in which case it'll be Sunday and Thursday. Other than that, I will see you guys on Saturday. Bye.